I've been living and working out of this 2007 Ford E450 box truck. And the one thing that I've struggled with is my kitchen. So I've been ordering a lot of takeout. A lot of the reason is laziness, but the other reason is that my kitchen has been quite small. So I actually just installed a new fridge in my kitchen, and because of that, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to extend my kitchen area to have extra surface area, so I have more place to prep and cook and stop eating DoorDash food. So that's what we're going to do in today's video, extending my kitchen. So the very first thing that I had to do was attach some shelf brackets so that the countertop had something to sit on, basically. So I got these floating shelf brackets online for like nothing. And they hold like something stupid like 150 or 200 pounds. So this is enough to hold the countertop. So that's what I did, is I just screwed them in over the fridge so that I can put some sort of countertop on to extend my kitchen out. Okay, first part done. Got these bad boys on, and they feel pretty damn strong, to be honest. What I think I'm going to do on the other side, I might just put in, I mean, these are basically glorified L brackets. So I think I also may, just for shits and giggles, put some L brackets on the other side and maybe the back. It's literally 1/4 inch plywood, so it's not going to do anything. Maybe we'll make it a little less wobbly. I don't know. But I'm going to do it anyway, just to put my own mind at ease. And then my choice is, I haven't 100% made up my mind yet, but you will see in this video, I think, whether I'm going to buy a countertop like this and just cut it down and put it there and then put peel and stick tile on top, or, because this is 1.5 inches, what I could also do is take some existing 3/4 inch plywood and double it up on top, because I'm lazy and cheap, and do it that way. That would also work. Not 100% sure what I'm going to do. I think it's going to be plywood. I'm almost certain it's going to be plywood. So I guess probably cut to Chris cutting plywood? Maybe? Let's see. Alright, I have been sick for the past that many days, maybe that many, I don't know. I am finally feeling better, and my to-do list is growing. I want to knock a job out today, and that job is finalizing this empty counter space. I'm going to do it in a way that is going to, I think, annoy everyone. I don't think there's going to be one person that's going to look at this and be like, that's a good idea and done well. So let me explain why. This is an IKEA countertop. It is 1.5 inches thick. This is an empty space ready for 1.5 inch countertop to come across here. This, I don't have any more of, and I'm not buying an entire brand new one just to put it there for it to mismatch. So I'm going to purposefully mismatch it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a countertop, very basic countertop, and then I'm going to put some fake tile on it that is completely different, so that it's purposefully a different style, right? Nothing crazy, still going to fit in, but it's going to be purposefully different. The way I'm going to make it, this is what you're going to absolutely hate, is this is where my old fridge was, in this bench, and it's now just storage, just doing nothing. So I'm making a bunch of changes at once. One of the things will be changing this. So I'm going to take the lid from this, which is 3/4 inch ply, and I'm going to make it into a countertop. 2 times 3/4 inch is 1.5 inches. Perfect. It's a two ply countertop. The problem is that the dimensions of that, none of the dimensions for this fit. So there's going to be gaps everywhere that I'm going to fill in with more 3/4 inch. So what we're going to look at is going to be an absolute Frankenstein countertop. The good thing is that we have ways of covering it up with the tile on top. You guys are going to watch an absolute mess today. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take this top off, and then I'm going to figure out the best measurements I can to cover as much as I can. Man, this is going to be trash. It also looks like it's... You know what? It's a cut day, which means that it's probably going to rain. It looks like it's going to rain outside, so that's a new challenge that is just presenting itself now. Let's see what happens, shall we? Hey, first bit done. Hinges are off. The extra woody bits are off. I now have a big old piece of plywood to work with. So let's figure out the dimensions and see what we're going to do with it. Alright, so here's what we're looking at. We need a depth of 24.5. Then we need a width of 26. This piece of plywood is 22.5 by 48. 22.5 by 48. So what I could do, I'm going to cut two pieces that are the 24 length here. No, sorry. Yeah, I'm going to cut it in half because it's 48. So I'm going to cut it into two lots of 24. So there'll be two pieces that will be 24 long, which is fine. And then there will be 22.5 deep, which is, as we know, too short. So that will leave 2 inches at the back. But then I'm going to stagger them. So I'm going to have two pieces like that, and then I'm going to do it like that. So there's going to be two pieces that are 24 long, which will come a little bit short, which is fine. They're going to be 22.5 inches deep each, so they will both be too short, but I'm going to stagger them so that the bottom one is far back, and then the front bit will pull all the way up to here, and then we're just going to glue in a bunch of scrap to fill in the rest, and then we're going to cover it up with tiling. So that's easy. So this is going to look a load of crap for a little while, maybe even forever. Worst case scenario, we just rip it out and do it properly. But let's see if we can make this a 5-minute project instead of a 3-day project. Alright, so here's kind of what we are looking at. Oh, yes. Okay, beautiful. So it's going to be kind of like this here. And then we'll get some scrap bits down the side as well, just to cover this bit, this sort of chow. And just make sure nothing goes there. But I'm pretty happy with that. Yeah. I mean, that's... Alright, so here's my current idea. This is so cobbled together. Even for me, this is cobbled together. So, we have the two big sheets of ply staggered. So that's the bottom one at the back, you can see exposed. I've got some scrap, but it's 1/2 inch. I've got some plastic that comes together at a pretty much 1/4 inch if you squish it together. So my idea is I'm going to make a bunch of the plastic strip to go down the back. Sorry, 2 plastic strips to go down the back. Then I'm going to put this on top of it and glue it down at the back. And then I'm going to kind of do the same here at the side with some other scrap bits of wood. So it's just going to be a bunch of scrap wood cobbled together. The main part of it, though, is that it will be screwed into the bracket. So it can be used as a countertop. It just gets a bit shoddy around the edges, and it's going to be covered up with peel and stick tile anyway, so any sort of wavy bits will be covered over pretty much. This is going to be, instead of being one just piece of 1.5 inch thick wood, it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 pieces of material. It will be, I promise you it will be secure. And it's going to look good. It's going to look good. Okay, I'm going to make a mountain out of a molehill. I've got some wood glue, so I'm going to use that in between the wood to make sure it sticks together. I've also got some clamps, which will help with the adhesion. Then I'm going to use these cabinet screws that I have that are exactly 1.5 inches to go through basically both bits of wood like that, through here or through here, and through both bits of wood to secure them, but also the wood glue will help secure it as well. And that's pretty good. Here we got it. Right, here's what we're looking at. So I have these cabinet screws going through both pieces of wood. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This, like I said, this is just going into 1/4 inch ply, so this is 0 stability whatsoever. It's mainly probably just to stop it wobbling. However, this, I think this holds up to, it's either 100 pounds or 150 pounds. Either way, no one's going to sit on it. I can't imagine anyone sitting on this. So this is now gluing. So these are going to be just clamping down, getting the old glue on the go. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to figure out how to just fill in these gaps as best I can. But I'm pretty happy with this. All right, I have it done-ish. So, as always, when I'm cutting wood, it starts to rain outside, so it starts to rain. I still need to fill in the gaps at the back of this with just some strips of wood. But I can't cut it outside because it's raining. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to start putting the peel and stick tile down. That's what I think I'm going to do. And then put the last bits of tile at the back when I can finally cut this last bit of wood. So this is what I have. This is my peel and stick tile. And it's going to look something like this. Let me just show you. Something a little like this, essentially. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to... Let me show you. I think I'm going to fold one over like this and have it kind of bent. So I kind of have a tile edge there that I'll just trim. So then it looks kind of nice. I'm just going to move forward with it because if I wait for it to be perfect or wait for some perfect time, it's never going to get done. And that's part of my problem. So I'm just going to start it and do the best I can and we'll figure it out. I've just been talking for about 15 minutes and I hadn't pressed record. So what I did is I've now put down the back bits of tile. So I just trimmed them down and put them at the back. And I've done a fairly good job. Looks okay. What I need to do now is I need to cut these side bits here for the exposed side area. Man, I'm not sure whether it caught it on camera or not, but I've been stapling the bits of tile underneath. Alright, so I forgot to record the final end piece, but this is the best representation that you're going to see as I'm sort of packing stuff away. I do need to put the new outlet on, which is going to be for my toaster and for my microwave. That will be in a separate video because that is part of a much bigger redo of my electrical situation, which is coming up, which is why I haven't released a video for a few weeks, because I've been crazy busy doing projects in this truck. So thank you for joining me. My kitchen extension. That's it for now. For now, I'm clocking out.